How you doing? Matt Vincent, your Chief Executive in Butte-Silver City County, bringing you the latest edition of Chief Chat for the week of October 12th, Columbus Day. I welcome you, and we're here to give you an update on what's going on in the local government for the next week or so. Last week we talked a lot about moving into the winter time as the leaves start to change and the frosts start to take. Although, my lord, this beautiful fall weather, I hope it never ends. We talked a lot about the road construction season that we had this year. This is one of the best years for making improvements to our Butte-Silver City streets in a long time. And just to give folks a look at that, I mean, I know you're probably out there driving all over them, and you probably should be looking around where you're driving and not down at the roads. And so just so you can kind of see what some of the improvements look like, you can go to the Butte-Silver Facebook site, and there's also a link off of our Butte-Silver website that's got a nice slideshow of some of the major improvements that we made on George Street, Texas Avenue, Cobbin, Granite Street, and then the most recent paint improvements that we made on our uptown streets. So check those out again on both our Butte-Silver Facebook site and our website. We are also wrapping up our construction season, although we try and continue work on most of our major projects. But this last year and heading into the winter time marks the largest construction season for Butte-Silver as far as the total amount of projects that we have going, I believe, ever. We have got two $30+ million construction projects that are underway right now. The first one that's been going on for a while and is getting close to completion. It'll be done probably midway through next year and ready to rock and roll as far as improving the water quality of our wastewater stream is the Metro Sewer plant down on Centennial Avenue. The other one is a $30+ million water treatment plant that is being built to treat the roughly 30% of our public's drinking water supply that comes from Basin Creek Reservoir out south of town in the Highlands. This coming Monday and Tuesday, that is Monday, October 19th and Tuesday, October 20th, we're going to have our public works personnel from both Metro Sewer and the water department, respectively, as well as the construction managers from Swank Contracting, who is the construction contractor on both projects, as well as the engineers for the two sites. On the Metro Sewer project, we had Morrison Marley as our design engineer. On the Basin Creek treatment plant, we have HDR as our engineering firm. Those days, the 19th, Monday at 5 o'clock, if you show up down at the Metro Sewer site on Centennial Avenue, those folks will be giving free, wide open 20 to 30 minute tours of the construction project so you can see what a $30+ million sewage treatment plant looks like. And we'll have it open for questions. We're going to take a couple of groups through. If you're there at 5 or shortly after, there will be some tour guides that are ready to take you there and show you around and answer your questions. On Tuesday night, we're going to head out south and do the exact same thing at 5 o'clock at the Basin Creek site. And so we'll have all of the pertinent personnel on that project there to do the same thing. It's not quite as far along as the Metro plant site, so you might want to dress a little warmer for the Tuesday night tour out at Basin Creek. But both of them start at 5 o'clock, Monday the 19th at Metro Sewer on Centennial, Tuesday the 20th at 5 o'clock out on the Basin Creek Road near the Herman Gulch interchange. We'll be having tours to show you our biggest construction projects in recent history here for Butte-Silver. And we also have some construction news to give. Our Burt Mooney Airport is building a new terminal to break ground starting next year, and the contractor who will be building that improvement was selected last week. We are pleased to announce that local contractor Markovich Construction was selected to run that project. It's going to be anywhere from around $6.5 to $7.5 million, and that's going to break ground next year. Also of importance at the airport, next Tuesday, the 20th, You might see a lot of scurrying around out in the Butte-Mooney Airport area. No need to worry. It's actually just your local first responders and support teams putting on its tri-annual emergency preparedness exercise for a disaster at the airport. And so Dan Denny, who heads up our emergency operations center, will be coordinating an event that is in concert with Pat Shea out at the Butte-Mooney Airport and all of our first responders with Ed Lester, Jeff Miller, our Montana Highway Patrol, as well as a number of other service providers from our hospital on down to our A1 ambulance. That'll be going on for the majority of the first half of the day on the 20th, next week, Tuesday, out at the Butte-Mooney Airport. We're also right in the midst of football season. I got to say, though, we're also in the midst of October baseball, and I got to give my plug for my Cubbies. Go Cubs, winning their first, hard to believe, first home series ever in the postseason. We can only hope that carries them through the NCLS and into the World Series. So go Cubs. But football is what it's all about here in Butte right now. We quit playing baseball over a month ago, and this Thursday and Friday night we'll be bidding farewell and paying homage to our senior gridiron performers at both Butte High and Butte Central, as the Bulldogs and the Maroons pay respect to their seniors on Thursday night and Friday night respectively. So go Bulldogs, go Maroons, and thank you seniors for bleeding your respective purple and maroon for your 4 years on the gridiron. And I'd also like to report that last week, fresh off of the annual conference of the Montana League of Cities and Towns, it was hosted in Bozeman this year. Next year it's going to be in Missoula, followed by Great Falls. But I'm here to report that I carried a bid over on behalf of the city of Butte to host the 2018 Montana League of Cities and Towns annual conference. In case you haven't been paying attention to the newspaper, we have got a lot of new hotels being built around here, a lot of improvements being made at our convention centers like Fairmont, Hot Springs. We've got a new owner out at the Copper King Inn. And 2018, Butte will be ready to play its best role as the host that she is, and be able to welcome the 350 plus attendees from around the state for the 2018 Montana League of Cities and Towns. We're waiting to hear back from the league's selection committee, but I'm hopeful that we'll get the nod and be able to play host the way we do so well. And closing on a more somber note, last week did not end well as we send our thoughts, our prayers, our sadness out to the Emerson School family and the family and friends of the 11-year-old boy who committed suicide. We also had another suicide last week, and so again, our condolences, our thoughts, our prayers to those families, and a reminder that even though we have come a long way at working together as a community to help improve our suicide prevention efforts, that those efforts will never be complete. And this is just a reminder that we can do more and that we will never be able to do enough to prevent these horrible tragedies that affect us all as a community and the families that they touch directly. So with that, say a prayer for the families, and slap a citizen, a fellow neighbor on the back, and thank them for being here, because we do value everyone here in Butte-Silver Bow, and it's a big family, and it's sad when things like this happen. So we're working together to improve things every day. And until next time, I'm your Chief Executive, Matt Vincent.